Greetings everyone, I'm Devasena, one of the member of ILP who manages the public speaking domain at ILP. I take pride in the fact that ILP overseas alumni have graduated from various prestigious universities such as Harvard University, USA, University of Oxford, UK, London School of Economics and Political Science, UK, and so on. The ILP team has more than 14 plus years of experience in overseas education counseling and has successfully placed more than 10,000 students at universities and college around the world. We have 3,000 plus reviews in Google and have possessed a good name in the social media platform. And also we have 700 plus employees who are working with us and have 125 plus business partners who are associated with us. ILP have done around 4,000 plus visa and awarded one of the best institution for IELTS coaching for around 8 times. With this information, I would like to add upon that a managing director, Ayaz Arab, has 15 plus years of experience in overseas education counseling and have counseled around 5,000 plus students till now. Our students are studying in USA, UK, Australia, Germany, and so on. In today's topic, we'll see about the accommodation and allied service that the ILP provide to the students. So why ILP? You have this question, right? So you have to opt ILP because we give additional service for the associate to the student without any hassle. And we also have wide variety of option available for the students depending upon their budget and preference. We also provide reliable service for the students out there. For the associate, it is like you improve the basket of service to your students, and also we give you attractive commission earning opportunity. So now we'll see about the type of accommodation. First, I'll tell you about the on-campus accommodation. So the on-campus accommodation is generally given by the university, and we don't have any connection to the on-campus accommodation. And in on-campus accommodation, the students who don't like sharing doesn't opt on-campus accommodation, and they opt off-campus accommodation. And in on-campus accommodation, they have various restrictions like the out time and the in time. So the student generally opt off-campus accommodation, which is more flexible to them. So now I'll explain about the off-campus accommodation. In off-campus accommodation, the students have the opportunity to stay outside the university campus. They also have the access to different locations around the cities, and you can connect with the people out there. And the off-campus accommodation have cheaper in budget, and also it gives the utensils that you needed, like the Wi-Fi connection and the water connection and all will be provided for the students. So there is no restriction to the students in terms of timing and outing, and you can mingle with your group of friends and stay and study. So this off-campus accommodation gives the working opportunity for the students and also flexible pricing according to the student's budget. You also have the access to the local life with the people out there, and you can easily connect with them and so on. So next we'll see about the PBSA. The PBSA is nothing but purpose-built student accommodation, which is provided by the ILP. This PBSA or purpose-built student accommodation, that is the housing facilities given to the students, which is built by the private builders. This housing facilities is specifically for the students and not for the outsiders. So these kinds of property are of two forms. The first is the room accommodation for the students, and next one is like living with the host family. Now I'll tell you about the room, apartment, and housing thing, and then we'll move on to the living with the host family. In room, apartment, and house, there are three types. In the first type, it is the shared room, where the student have to share your room with another student or your friend. It is like you will live with one or more people in the same house or apartment. and you have to share the living room, kitchen, and hall with the other student or the fellow mate with you. So here the rent is paid by all the housemates would remain same irrespective of the room occupied in an apartment. So for example, if you're paying £750 for a single bed, your roommate will also be paying £750 for a single bed. You won't share the £750 into two. So you have to pay the amount separately irrespective of the rooms you occupied in an apartment. So next is the studio room. A studio room is a small apartment which has several rooms, often a living room, bedroom, and kitchen. So this studio room have a own private space, like which includes bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, and living room. And when compared to the other room, the studio room is a little bit expensive. This type of studio room is generally recommended to the women who doesn't like sharing their room with others. So this room can accommodate around three people, and you also have your own privacy and independency in this type of room. So this entire place belongs to yourself, and you don't have to share with other fellow mates. And if you wish, you can call your friend over to your room, but it is not a sharing thing. So next is like NCU room. This room has your own private space for your bedroom and washroom, and the other things will be shareable to your fellow mate. That is the living room, kitchen, and the cooking utensils. So next we'll see about the private ensuite room. In this private ensuite room, you have your own private room, and you will have to share your bathroom. And this includes bed and lockable space as you see in the picture. So they have the living room, kitchen, and bathroom, and this is to be shared with your fellow mate. Next, I'll play a video of double ensuite accommodation so that you get to have a good idea about how does it look like. Okay. So as you can see, this is a good example of how does a double ensuite room accommodation looks like. So next we'll move on to the living with a host family that is also called homestays. So this type of accommodation can be seen in Canada and some part of the USA. And you can also see that in this picture where you stay with the family in this type of accommodation. And in this type of accommodation, you generally share your house, kitchen, etc. And the room that you sleep will be a private bedroom. And depending upon the landlord, the food can be or may not be included in this type of accommodation. And when compared to the other type of accommodation, this type of accommodation is very budget friendly to the students. And if the student is staying short term, this type of accommodation is suitable for him or her. So the student who feel homesick can opt this kind of accommodation. So you get to know each other and you have a good understanding over the culture there, and you can connect with the people out there. And also you can understand their culture and you can connect with the people uh, out there. So next I'll tell you about the features and the benefits of the accommodation in ILP. First is that the student-based accommodation and the homestay accommodation that I have mentioned earlier. And this accommodation service available in USA, Canada, Australia, UK, Ireland, Europe, New Zealand, and many more countries. So the maximum university cover across the world. So this kind of accommodation is covered around the world, And the post-arrival student support in terms of SIM card, furniture rental, airport pickup, drops, and flight tickets and others will also be provided by the ILP. So the student who are going to the abroad needs a SIM card to be activated there, and we also provide that service. And the furniture rentals is also provided by ILP depending upon the accommodation you opt. And for the airport pickup and drop, also this is supported by ILP. As the students are new to the country, we usually do this kind of thing to the students out there. And we take care of your flight tickets and other things also. So the confirmed 50% commission is given to each associate for your students. And you also see there is this kind of thing called long-term and short-term tenancy available for 51 weeks. That is the accommodation that you opt can be changed if you don't like. And this kind of short and long tenancy is available for the students who are opting the accommodation through ILP. And then this kind of private shared and studio room that we discussed before is available for the students out there. And real-time availability check, which is like you can check your room through an app, so you can confirm your room whether you like it or not through this app. So we check it in real time and tell you the availability of the room for the accommodation. So next is this one is transparent pricing. We don't ask you extra money or additional fee for this service. So we charge you the exact amount and we don't collect any extra money from you. Next is that rent inclusive water, electricity, gas, and Wi-Fi. So the money you give is given to the water, electricity, gas, and Wi-Fi facilities, and we don't collect any extra money for that. And we have partnered with 10 plus accommodation services out there. So you can opt ILP allied services for your accommodation service. And we also give personal advices for the student. So if you have any confusion in opting the accommodation, we provide you advices so that you get to have a clear clarity of what to opt. And then this thing is multilingual booking consultants. That is, depending upon the language, we can assist you to the consultant over here so that you can comfortably chat with them and get to know the accommodation service that ILP provides for you. Next is that we have more than 450,000 rooms in different destinations. So you can fix your accommodation depending upon your budget and preferable rooms and apartments. Next is the room replacement and room essentials. If you don't like the room, you can replace the room to other. This is also provided by the ILP, and the room essentials like water heater, etc. will be given by the support of ILP. So next is the Forex solution. That is any transaction that is to be done can be done through us. So this is also done by the ILP. So next is that in every country they would ask you like guarantor if you opt accommodation in their country. So while going through ILP, you don't have to require a guarantor. We provide you assurance and you don't need a guarantor out there. And ILP gives you promo code available to avail discounts for the students, and we also give 24/7 assistance to the students out there because the time zone varies from India and other countries, so you don't have to panic. ILP provides you the best service for 24/7. If you have any query regarding about that, we would definitely reach you out there. So at last, I would like to tell you that we don't charge any extra amount. What is fixed amount, and we don't ask you extra money. So now we'll see about our accommodation partners, and these are our partners: Casita, University Living, Uniaco, Scape, Student.com, Uniplace, The Home Official Limited, Oxy, Amber Student, Unilodger, Almero. These are our accommodation partners of ILP. Next, we'll see about the countries which we offer accommodation. Now I'll tell about the country and where and all we'll give accommodation for the students out there. First is North America. In North America, we provide accommodation in United States and Canada. In Africa, we provide accommodation only in South Africa. And Eurasia, we give accommodation for the students in Germany, UK, France, Italy, Spain, Poland, Netherlands, Czech Republic, Sweden, Austria, Switzerland, Denmark, Malaysia, Georgia, Dubai, and Singapore. In Oceania, we provide accommodation for the students in New Zealand and Australia. And in South America, we provide accommodation for the students in Brazil and Argentina. So, thank you for listening to me. For any other further queries, you can contact our ILP team. And thanks in regards from me. If you have any query, you can contact us to email. Uh, Thank you.